So, welcome to today's podcast. We are going to be doing a little recap of what happened at the bridal show because I really wanted to make this something different for you to be really valuable. This is who is the bridal show for? Sometimes business owners are going there without a clear idea of who their ideal client is, and even if their ideal client is there. So, my first question is, who is your client? If your clients are brides or wed to be's, it doesn't matter, same-sex couples, anybody who's getting married, right? If you are very inclusive and diverse in that, and it's either a bride or wed to be, that is for you, right? But if it's not that, if your service or your business does not have a service that they really need the day of their wedding, you shouldn't be there. Is the bridal show like really the right move for you? Or is it something that you shouldn't be considering? I have been to bridal shows right now, and I know that is a very blunt statement, but I really want to save you money because I see so many vendors there that it's really not a right fit for them, okay? I understand, like maybe your client does get hair or color, but let's be real. Are they really going to be doing like looking at a bridal show with a whole bunch of bridal vendors where they're trying to get a photographer and a cake person and videographer or any other things, beauty services, a wedding day coordinator, decoration, a venue? Are they really looking for a hair colorist and hairstyle, like a haircut at the show? Like the reality is no, unless they have short hair and they do want to get the hair trimmed up and cleaned up before the wedding. It's probably not the place for you, right? If that's your specialty. So part number 2 is like, what is your specialty? If your specialty is to do bridal, your specialty to do weddings, that's where you should be at. If it's not that, I would not put the investment into this, and we'll be talking about that throughout today. So first, who's your client? Is it really a wedding client? And remember, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. A confused mind won't buy. If I was selling kids' clothes, okay, at a wedding expo, probably most people are getting married like, what are they doing here? Right? I know there's couples with kids. I understand that. I know sometimes couples decide to have children or not have children that's individual, but like kids clothing at a wedding show, it's not gonna fit, right? And that's the things where we need to start thinking about when I say, who is it for? Who's your ideal client? And is your service or product really meant to be there? If not, it's not a good investment for you. Okay, so let's start now with the investment part of it. First, I'm going to talk about something that probably most people don't tell you, but I am, because I am your friend, and that is your mindset. Okay, so like your mindset is so important. I've heard so many things where like, well, it's free, so people are not going to buy, people are not going to book, this is a waste of time, it's so slow, nobody came to my booth, or like there'll be people with certain businesses. They're like, do you need help with this too? I'm like, you're not here for me. You're supposed to be here for the people who are getting married, right? So, and that goes back to a confused mind won't buy. If I know a vendor's there to do other, to get other wedding couples, right? Or people are going to be getting married and support them in their wedding day, buy their services or products. I am not trying to get like sold to there, right? Like I'm actually there to really support and be a guide to see if I'm even the right fit. So with that, let's talk about mindset. Number 1, they get to say no. And I want to say that because it's so important. I think we forget that it's a two-way conversation, right? It's not just, this is a prop I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. It's not just about us, okay? They get to say no. They get to see if your buy fits their aesthetic, if their personality fits there well. All those things really matter. I am not going to be somebody who's going to tailor my personality to somebody, because that's for me is inauthentic. That for me would be faking it, and that would come across. Like, how many times have you ever met somebody who is having a horrible day? You can feel it in their energy, how they're tossing things, and they're in their body movements, and how they're speaking to you, and they're like faking a smile. Like, you can feel that a mile away. Okay. Same thing with our clients are very smart. We're all intuitive. We all can feel energy, okay? You can feel when somebody's happy, sad, mad, all the things, okay? In our daily, day-to-day. This is no different. You're going to attract the right people for you and repel who's not for you. So I think it's so important that you always remember that. So be okay with hearing no. No is a no. When somebody says no, it's a no, okay? And I respect that. It's different when it's like, not right now, or I have more questions, or I would love to learn more, but I need to think about it. Those are objections. So an objection is different than a no. So, like with your mindset, first, if you hear no, be respectful. You can still be kind and say thank you and treat them like a human interaction. Be nice, okay? Like it's okay they say no. But learn how to handle objections when you go to a wedding show, or what's too pricey, or well, I'm not getting married until 3 years from today, or I don't have a wedding date yet, or but I'm not sure how many services I really need. When they ask you more questions, it's not a no. It's like, but do I have to come to you? They're literally interested. They're just asking like, are you willing to travel? Are you going to go to them? They're being curious. There's such a difference. So learn how to handle objections. Learn how to answer questions that they have because they're interested, and be respectful when somebody says no, it's no, and they're not for you. I have learned this so much from my husband in business. He is a tile contractor, and their stuff is changing all the time. I think that's why him and I, we click so much. Being a hairstylist, products are changing, styles are changing, things are always constantly changing. For him, like there's this new product coming out right now, and it's epoxy, and some tile setters are having a lot of trouble with epoxy, like grouting and stuff. And he got it down to a science. He knows the tricks and tips to do it. A gatekeeper. He's like, if he sees somebody struggling, he'll be like, hey, in learn the trades, hey, like I use this and this has helped me a lot. Maybe you should try it. Do this brand, this tool, like, and go on YouTube and look at the videos and you'll be able to use it. Like it's amazing. Or, buy this product and look at the back of the directions and you'll be able to do it. So all those things like have taught me so much with him that we're able to grow by supporting one another as beauty professionals. And the moral of that story is that if you charge $90 per hairstyle or you charge $1,500 for a bride, trust me, I know beauty pros that do that. There's clientele for everybody. The $95 client, stylist is going to be booked out, and so is the $1,500 one, and probably has to work less. So, and it's going to be different clientele. They're going to go to different venues. It's going to require different things, just different clientele. Some of the brides like are traveling, like to another country or a destination wedding, different type of things. So I think we have to be so mindful of that. There's business and there's people to go around for everybody. Where I live, there's 59,000 people. I don't know how many salons there is. I should have Googled that before I did this podcast, but I'm pretty sure, and I'll put it in the notes, I'm pretty sure there's like at least 40 salons where 59,000 people live, and none of us can take care of everybody. Okay, there's more people than salons. So when you're with your mindset of like there's enough to go around, it's going to change your life. It's going to change how you run your business. You're not going to be, discounting your pricing for services because you know what your service is. I know what my service is, and my service is my service, and that's my fee. And if I'm outside of somebody's beauty budget, like, I have so much love for them and I understand. I'm not mad at them. I totally understand I'm outside of their price range. And, like I support them and it's okay, we can't work together. But I also, there's ways like if somebody really wants to work with me and they want to make it accessible for them and their budget, there's different things that I do without discounting to make that a possibility for them as well. So really be mindful of your mindset. If you are going somewhere, if you're going to the show with the mindset of like, this is going to suck, people are only going to want free stuff from me, people are going to be asking for discounts, like that's all in there. And also like when you pick a wedding show, okay, so that's part of the mindset. So picking the wedding show, right? Pick the right opportunity for you. So here, my friend, listen, okay, to this part. Because I made this mistake. I've paid from $125 up to like $1,500 to go to a show, okay? That's just for the show. And then you have to spend on decor and the other things. So I've spent up to like $800, okay, for one show. Just on marketing or different things that I needed for the show or for goodies or giveaways or whatever I'm doing. And I'm sharing that with you because it's not just I got the price to go to the show. You also need to invest in it. It's also on the backside that nobody tells you, that your friend's going to hear to tell you. Marketing, right? You're going to be posting, you're going to be marketing before the show so people know you, so people get to trust you. There's a whole marketing plan behind that. Nobody tells you that. I've learned that. And I'm here to share that with you, to make that investment worth it, to get that opportunity that you can most from that show. So with that, pick the right show. If you know it's a show where 90% of the vendors are giving a special that day, like they're discounting their services or they're giving freebies away, that's probably not the right show for you. And I learned that the hard way. Other thing that I've learned, if the show's too far away from you, even if you travel to them, they may not book you because of the mindset with your client that you're too far away or you're going to be too expensive because you're so far away from them. So let's be very mindful of that. Like, we also have to listen to our client. And if there's an objection, we have to be able to address that objection in our marketing. Things that you spend money on. So let me show you in case this ever happens to you. So she's covered up right now. I'm not going to undo it, but look, so it's my little board. So this is like, it shows like my business name and the picture. She's all covered up because I'm trying to keep her clean. So that was $75 to print out the same day at Staples. So if you need stuff like that same day, like me, no shame, you can literally just go to Staples and do that. So that's why I ended up doing that. I also got like cards. I had to get some stuff to give out for goodies and some stickers customized. So all that stuff is expenses. Yes, it's business expenses, but you want to keep your cost very low to the minimum. I have gone all out. I've had a photo booth there. I've had flower backdrop there. Listen to your clients. I have learned so much from listening to what they say. Okay, so if you go to a wedding show and you're like, okay, it's my first time, I think I'm ready, Celeste, my clients are there. What are your tips? These are my top 5 tips that I've learned. Number 1, dress comfortable when you set up. You're gonna get dirty. The first time I wore my nice outfit, I got it all dirty and I looked like a hot mess. So I just learned to go there in my sweats and just look, presentable, but my sweats and my sweater and my Nike little shoes, comfortable shoes. I set up and then I changed to my cute outfit. So then I'm clean, ready to go, refreshed. And number 2, sit down before the show starts because you're gonna be standing up. You should be greeting your client, the people coming up to your booth and everything. Yesterday was an interesting experience. It was a different type of show. So, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, so just make sure that you sit down before the show so you get comfortable, you settle yourself and your energy so that you can be standing up and doing that. Number 3 is what you want from it is what you'll get from it. And what I mean by that is like, okay, Celeste, what if nobody shows up or only 20 couples show up or it's not super busy? Go interact with people. I love seeing, I did a reel you can go see on TikTok. It's Celeste Stylist. You can see I did a thing of different vendors I saw. I love seeing their photography. I saw this one amazing photographer. We're going to be working together. And there's another amazing photographer, which I'm going to be working with her too. But she does this amazing one-day photo shoots. And she only does 10 bookings. And I'm just we're waiting for that because we want to be on that little boat photo shoot thing. Me and my makeup artist were we're doing it. She's like, if I get in, I can take you, the photographer said, or you can take me. So we going to this thing, right? So we're going to be doing that. So it's a good time to interact. It's a good time, you know what? Maybe I had no idea she did this amazing little mini photo shoots. And it's so on brand for me and for her. We're we need this. We both were we freaking need this, right? So it opened up an opportunity for something fun too. So go talk to people. Go see how business is going. Go learn from other people. Just go be human. Go say hi. I am not in a competition mindset. I feel like competition, if you think she's my competition, I can't talk to her, that's your ego talking, and that's going to keep you small forever. So I think it's really important. Another thing is choose a specialty, okay? And I'm going to bring you close to me. I'm not here to hurt your feelings. I'm here to help you, okay? Look at me. I look like death. I look so bad. I'm tired, okay? It's a girl tired. I'm human, okay? I'm human. I really want you to understand this part, and I really want to have a conversation about this. You need to choose a specialty. Nobody wants an everything person, right? And that is a hard pill to swallow, but I had to learn that too. If you haven't followed me before, or I've been in business I started beauty school when I was 30, okay? I'm going to be in business for 8 years, but I count beauty school. So that's 9 freaking years of this, okay? Because I started posting. I started working with brands a year after I graduated beauty school. It was insane. But choosing a specialty, it makes it so much easier and clear. Remember, a confused mind doesn't buy. So if I know you do cakes, if you do cookies, if you do flowers, balloons, photography, decor, table landscaping, what do you specialize in? So, right? So, and look at people, if you don't listen to me, that's fine. I want you to go look up different accounts that have been published, or do dreamy weddings that you want to do. Do they do everything, or do they focus, right? A wedding photographer probably weddings. A lifestyle or maternity photographer, lifestyle maternity photographer, or branding photographer, right? It's so important to have a specialty. So when you go to the shows, have a specialty. Remember to have fun, and like if you do giveaways, do things that's affordable. So I did this is one of the things I gave away. I did 2 different giveaways. One of them the venue took care of, the other one's on my personal Instagram. But I did stuff with purpose. I did not collect emails. That will have to be for a separate email podcast episode because my phone's about to die. But the reason why I went to the wedding show was because I love to have a pulse on what's going on. Not just for me, not just what brides are saying. It's really for what's going on in the industry, right? What's trending, photography, what's changing. I learned so much by seeing other businesses and keeping a pulse of what's our wedding industry doing locally. I love Instagram, okay? I love TikTok, I love Pinterest, but let's be real. What's going on in your area? Like, we need to be also business people, and we need to make money. We need to make revenue, and we need to keep a pulse on what's going on locally. It's not just about globally. It's not just about everybody's trending. It's about what's going on in your area, and that's why I love to connect with people, whether they buy from me or not. I just love being able to talk to other people, and I had fun. I go to Celeste Stylist on Instagram. You can see I did a fun little video. I was a hot mess, but it was fun, and that's the most important part for me. I always learn from everything I do in life, whether I win or lose, and it was such a good experience. So thank you to Margaret for asking for this episode. She replied on the email community side. I sent out an email. She responded, yes, Les, please do that episode on the podcast, why you went to the wedding show, how it can help us. So with that, have an amazing week. I'll see you next week. And oh man, I have to clean my house now. Like, you want to see? Let me show you. Like, look at this. Okay, you ready? Okay, ready? Look at this. It's a mess. So see my dog crate right there for my dog. And like, yeah, so I have to clean. Like, I literally have like my TV on. Like, it's messy. My kids just went to school. So I'm a human just like you, making it work. I'm a one-woman show. Bye.